So, today we thought we would do a wee video on expectations versus reality. The way things is with everything in life.
Absolutely,
like, I started a diet yesterday and I expect to be skinny by the day.
I started mine at 9 o'clock. Still not lost anyway. But yeah, we have a lot of expectations, especially when it comes to pregnancy and birth and scans.
Yeah.
So I find that the three main scans that people have a lot of expectations of: early scans, gender scan, and your 4D scan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with your early scan, people sometimes come, they're as early as 6 weeks. You're not going to see...
No, and some people expect that I know when I conceived, so I must be.
Yeah.
So that's your expectation. Totally understand that, because you track ovulation and stuff. That's not necessarily the day you conceive, those the day you have sex, not at all. It can be a few days later. All depends on the sperm, to be honest, how fast they are.
Yep.
They're not always as fast as you think.
Not champion swimmers.
So there's a lot of expectation that if you come in and you know your dates, you are 6 weeks and 3 days, and we measure you at, say, 5 weeks, 6 days, or maybe a little bit further on, a lot of the time you can get quite confused and stressed about the fact that it's not the same date as what you think. By the time your 12-week scan comes, it's all evened out. These things at 6 weeks are a couple of millimetres, and half a millimetre can make a big difference on a day, so we're not accurate, never going to be accurate. The further on you get, the more accurate it is, and that's why your booking scan at the hospital is the accurate one. So your due date is given from your NHS booking scan.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't see a heartbeat, and we don't expect to see a heartbeat until your baby's 7 millimetres. Which,
when you think the size of 7 millimetres, is
tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah. So it can be so disappointing when you leave, having had an early scan, and we don't see what you're expecting to see, so we need to bring you back.
Yeah.
Early pregnancy has to be the longest time of your life. It's worse than the last couple of weeks of pregnancy. It lasts forever, about 40 years, those few weeks, just to get to seeing a heartbeat and then having your booking scan. And women, we like to be in control of things, and pregnancy, you're not in control.
Which is a hard thing to let go of.
It's really tough, really tough.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it's a question of managing expectations.
Yeah.
But it's so hard.
Women find these things hard because I like to be in control. I like to see this is happening, this is this, and you've not got that.
No,
you've got
that
and you've got no control over what's happening with your body as well, which can be quite difficult for some people. Do you know, not having that control, your emotions, everything's all over the place.
The emotions are horrendous, and feeling sick and being sick, you don't know when it's going to happen. Constipation. I mean, I'm not selling pregnancy at all. Obviously it's a very magical time, but it can be horrendous at the start, definitely. So we know that your expectations are very high.
Yeah.
But we have to try and manage that.
Yeah.
And with an early scan, we will always bring you back. Unless we see obviously a nice, happy, healthy, bouncing baby and you're perfectly happy. If you're anxious at all or worried, or the dates don't match up to yours, or there's anything you're concerned about, you come back, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's an early scan.
That's early scans, yeah.
Next one.
A gender scan. I think we touched before on one of our other videos about gender disappointment.
We did, yeah, because it's a real thing. Yeah.
It is, yeah. And when you're told the gender, even if it's what you know you were having or what you desperately want, people don't always react in the way they think they're going to be. You know, it can sometimes be a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah. But they always come out smiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's not what you expect, by the time they've come walk the 3 feet down the floor and they're always smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
so gender scans are a bit, I think that totally depends on how many kids you've got, what they are, how you feel about the pregnancy, all sorts of things like that. Yeah, it can even be down to what your relationship's like, how you're feeling that day, have you been sick, are you still feeling rough? Was it planned? Was it unplanned? There's millions and millions of things that go into.
But we've also had people that, like, some fortune teller or such and such has said, oh, you are having, and they've got it into their head.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work out like that.
No, it can be hard, I think, actually, when it's not the gender that you think or that you were told or that you were expecting or for whatever reason. But I would say 100% of people come out of that scandal smiling.
Because do you know what I've seen? A lot of people like putting up pictures and on about a nub theory or something. Is it the nub theory?
The nub theory, yes.
And people are saying, oh, it's this or that, it's this, and then it's not. Yeah,
or the shape of the head, that's another one.
So,
yeah.
Better leaving it down to the actual.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that you need to know gender as soon as possible. Absolutely, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
The minute you're pregnant, that's what people start saying, oh, what do you think it is?
Yeah.
I do it myself to my kids. Well, not my kids, my daughter. I did it to her, you know, what do you think you're having? Straight away I said, you're having a girl. How do you know? I just know. Of course I was right. But,
you could have been wrong with a 50% chance.
Especially when her dad has just got a brother, he hasn't got a sister.
That's called lucky. That's how lucky.
That's called
intuition. Intuition. We'll tell her that. But no, but we have got a lot of people that have said, oh, so I went to this and they said it's this and such said it's that.
Yeah, my bunk's carrying low and it's just, no. So the only way to tell gender, other than a DNA blood test, is to look between its legs. See what it's got.
Gender scan.
From 15 weeks.
Yeah.
We've done a few slightly earlier when mums have been
a bit confused about dates.
Yes. I have to say, actually, we've been right on each of them, haven't we?
Yep. However, you're better waiting until your time.
Yes, you are, because much more confident, and then we don't need to bring you back.
Yeah. So that's our gender.